Minister Japi Mahongo, the Minister of Information, Tourism and Civic Education. Actually a very important role in terms of raising awareness about disaster preparedness. Very pleased to see you honor this occasion. The Principal Secretary for DODMA, Mr. Bernard Shande, and other Principal Secretaries present, government officials, District Commissioner, the honorable members of Parliament here present, traditional authorities and Paramount Lundu, all representative of civil society, development partners, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, and all protocols observed. It's a great honor for me to be here at this year's commemoration of the International Day for Disaster Reduction and the launch of the National Disaster Recovery Framework here at Bodza School in Chikwawa district. Let me start by thanking the organizers and all those who worked hard to put the displays together for a job well done. I think the displays in and of themselves talk about and demonstrate the indigenous knowledge and the importance thereof. This is a tough year for Malawi. We are looking at still recovering from those devastating floods, as many of the previous speakers pointed out. We are looking at getting prepared for what is the biggest humanitarian response in a decade, and all against the great uncertainties of a possible El Niño year again. Making this even more challenging is the fact that this is all happening in an increasingly resource-constrained environment. And because of that, it calls upon every single one of us to be even smarter in how we respond and how we use the resources that are available. I think it's clear to everyone. You only need to look at the hills surrounding the place where we are today and the deforestation taking place, that Malawi is very vulnerable to disaster. The factors that contribute to this vulnerability includes a rapidly growing population, poor management of the environment that has left many of the catchment areas bare. All of these risks are further compounded by climate change. And as you have heard on so many occasions, and last week Malawi celebrated its first Climate Change Week, Malawi is vulnerable to climate change. This year's theme, Knowledge for Life, Indigenous Knowledge for Disaster Risk Management, encourages all of us to really take into account the knowledge at the local level and to see all of you and all of those at the local level as agents for change, not just victims waiting for aid to come forward, but those who actually take initiative and drive these initiatives forward. Why is indigenous knowledge so important? I think I want to highlight three things. The first thing is, this is where the knowledge is. There's one of the lessons learned from the flood response was that the communication and the information flow from the local level to the district level to the central level and the ministries in Lilongwe was really a challenge at times. When it comes to really knowing what works, what doesn't, and what the situation is, the knowledge, of course, is at the local level. The second reason is that if a preparedness strategy really builds on indigenous knowledge, then we can count on it being passed from one generation to the next in a very different way than something in a very technical sounding handbook might do.